At 88 years old, Jack Nicholson finally opened up about something deeply personal: the truth about his late friend Robin Williams. Nicholson's life itself has always read like a Hollywood story. Born John Joseph Nicholson on April 22, 1937, in Neptune City, New Jersey, his early years were shaped by unusual circumstances. He grew up believing his grandmother was his mother and his real mother was his sister. A shocking truth he only discovered later in adulthood. This twist of fate foreshadowed the layered, complex characters he would one day bring to life on screen. Raised in a working-class household, Nicholson developed a fascination with storytelling and performance early on. And though his road to Hollywood was anything but glamorous, he clawed his way in by working odd jobs before landing his first small roles in Roger Corman's B-movies. For years he paid his dues, but everything changed in 1969 with Easy Rider. His unforgettable performance as George Hanson earned him his first Oscar nomination and propelled him into stardom, igniting a career that would span more than 5 decades. Through the 1970s, Nicholson became one of cinema's most magnetic forces. From the disillusioned drifter in Five Easy Pieces to the rebellious Randall McMurphy in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, a role that won him his first Academy Award, he embodied the counterculture spirit of the era. Then came the 1980s, when Nicholson forever etched his name in pop culture with The Shining. His chilling portrayal of Jack Torrance gave the world the haunting line, "Here's Johnny," and showcased his ability to deliver performances that were both terrifying and unforgettable. Yet Nicholson also proved his versatility, winning hearts in terms of endearment and redefining the comic book villain in 1989's Batman, where his playful yet menacing Joker set the gold standard for all who followed. The 1990s and 2000s only deepened his legacy, from delivering the immortal line, "You can't handle the truth," in A Few Good Men, to his Oscar-winning performance in As Good as It Gets. Nicholson showed an unparalleled range. He could terrify as a mob boss in The Departed, move audiences in About Schmidt, or make them laugh in Anger Management. His turn in The Bucket List alongside Morgan Freeman reminded the world of life's fragility and the importance of living fully, lessons Nicholson himself seemed to take to heart. Alongside his towering career, his personal life often fascinated fans, with high-profile romances and several children who followed creative paths of their own. But despite his reputation as a Hollywood playboy, Nicholson always remained a devoted father and a man whose life was as complicated off-screen as the roles he played on it. Now, in his later years, Nicholson looks back with clarity, and recently, he spoke from the heart about Robin Williams, a friend whose presence in Hollywood was as bright as it was fleeting. Robin was like lightning in a bottle, Nicholson admitted, carefully choosing his words. You never knew what direction he'd go in, but you always knew it would be brilliant. For Nicholson, whose craft was rooted in intensity and control, Williams embodied a kind of artistic freedom that was rare and untamable. He recalled how Robin's very presence could electrify a room. He could make a room full of people go from silence to tears of laughter in seconds. I don't think the world will ever see that kind of magic again. But Nicholson also acknowledged a side of Williams that few truly understood. People saw Robin as this whirlwind of comedy, but he was one of the most thoughtful men I ever knew. He felt things deeply, maybe too deeply. That was both his gift and his burden. Nicholson admitted he often saw in Williams a sensitivity that went unnoticed, a quiet tenderness that revealed itself in his eyes even as he made people laugh until their stomachs hurt. The two men were very different. Nicholson with his sly grin and intensity, Williams with his boundless improvisation, but what they shared was a bond built on sincerity. He'd sit down with you, look you straight in the eye, and listen, Nicholson said softly. Robin really listened. That's a rare quality in this business. He didn't care about the Hollywood games. He cared about people. When Williams died in 2014, Nicholson was devastated. When Robin left us, it was like a light went out in the world, he reflected. I remember hearing the news and just sitting there, not quite believing it. It felt impossible that someone who gave so much life could be gone. His voice heavy with emotion, Nicholson admitted that Robin's passing was a painful reminder that even the brightest spirits are fragile. We think these people are larger than life, but they're human, just like the rest of us. And sometimes, being human is the hardest thing. Nicholson closed his reflections with words that revealed the depth of his admiration. Robin had this generosity of spirit. He gave everything he had, every single time, whether it was on stage, in a movie, or just talking to a friend. That's what I'll always carry with me. He wasn't just funny. He was extraordinary. As Nicholson reflects in the twilight of his own remarkable life, his memories of Robin Williams shine as brightly as his greatest roles. Two legends, vastly different, yet bound by respect, laughter, and humanity. And in finally telling the truth about his friend, Jack Nicholson reminded the world that behind all the fame and brilliance, Robin Williams was, above all, a man with an extraordinary heart.